light, elementals, fae, Mary Magdalene, beings assigned to our team for our highest, holiest, heavenliest, most divine, godly good, celestial guardians, protectors, divine messengers, and all benevolent beings of light. What do we need to know about this? Your power has groups paralyzed. Something like you was never meant to exist. Just heard prophecy fulfilled. We've got the sword of truth out here. The truth has individuals up at night, anxious, not sleeping. The multiple attempts at betrayal, destruction, that fell through. But with these swords, what is up, Galactic Golden Nuggies? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? What's the vibe? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. If you have been seeing 144 or 1044, this is definitely the message for you. You are chosen. I'm hearing Celestial Sleeper Agent awakened. The destruction of reptilian archon implants. What? The destruction of reptilian archon implants. Programs of soul enslavement dismantled. Also heard abolished, like a law. Teamwork makes the dream work, but it didn't in this case. It did on your end, but not for those who worked against you. Something went against, they said a lot went against divine law. This planet was meant to be left in the hands of those who were meant to build upon it, and instead they attempted to enslave it. We got a deeper message coming through today, you guys. 144, chosen galactic children of the Most High, who is awakened with the attempted initiated assaults over your destiny and your life. Multiple. You see how the 9 swords are behind this individual that's not sleeping at night, and then you have the sword of truth planted in the ground. These betrayals that were, these arrows that were sent your way, you took them on, and you took them on, you alchemized them, and you planted them. You decoded, you recoded, and then you integrated into the earth, which massively assisted in the dismantling and destruction of the inorganic dark grid system, to where certain programs, reptilian archon implants, are failing. More and more souls are waking up. You being the celestial sleeper agent who has awakened. The celestial undercover sleeper agent that was not meant to exist. This is why they're horrified about the power you hold and what you came here to do. You had groups working against you. Individuals subconsciously programmed to come against you. All to keep you from reaching this state. But they did not know the extent of the power that you held. They just knew that you were a glitch in their system. That you would later be a problem. They didn't know the problem would be this big. You got ships coming in, but these ships have been forced. They forced the divine hand, but the divine has been allowed into this realm. I won't even say allowed. We've talked about this before, and I'm having it channeled to me again, where this dark inorganic grid system around the planet and the programs in place were meant to keep the divine out. And the more of us that awaken and the more this planet ascends and goes through these splits into higher multi-dimensional high frequency energy, the more of the divine that is allowed through. The more that the divine can infiltrate. The more that the demise, it's somebody's demise. The more that the divine can initiate higher realm programs, heavenly programs, completely overriding any system set in place for soul failure or soul enslavement reset is what I just heard. Soul enslavement reset. So we've got higher up or elite officials trying to reset the dark inorganic grid system to re-enslave souls. This is definitely, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is definitely for frontliner energy. Frontliner 144, chosen to do this. And you've had a lot of opposition pertaining your purpose and the power you hold and how many individuals wanted it. How many individuals were attempting to put you in compromising positions. And it's because of what you're capable of, and if you gain traction in this realm like you have, this leadership position, this recognition, more and more individuals listening to you, the more activations will happen on this planet. The faster, they said accelerated ascension, the faster this planet will advance. And it is. You were not meant to exist. It is giving like Neo. Yes, like Neo from the Matrix. You woke up to who you are. I won't even say you woke up. What you were targeted with birthed the chosen. It birthed the one. Like in the Matrix, where all these attempts on your life, all these attempts to sacrifice you, crucify you, persecute you. Just like when Neo was like pew-pewed at point blank range by Agent Smith. All these agents that came up against you, agents of chaos, puppeteered, initiated programs to come up against you, only woke the chosen one within you up. Woke who you really are up. It stripped you completely of any matrix mask that was keeping you from ascending. And it put you in a position to be ready to combat some very heavy-hitting energies on this planet. Like fallen angels that thought they ruled this planet, that thought they were in control. Billionaires. I specifically just heard billionaires. They're also channeling me the Pentagon again. I've just heard a CIA study gone wrong. They're also showing me that, again, we brought this up before, that AI was built off your intellect. The intellectual advancement you gained with your ascension. But it's limited where you are not. You're seeing through all the programs of the Matrix and you're breaking it down. Any attempt at reinstallation is being divinely reset. And it's got to do with you. This is why you have these organizations, networks, and societies. These elites, these fallen angels that thought that they had enslaved and gained control over this realm. You're terrifying them. God specifically planted you here. This was your mission. This is what your soul signed up for before you came here because of how many souls had been entrapped on this planet. It's almost like your friends weren't making it to where you were at. Let me explain that, especially with quick incoming communication. You had sacred sergeant souls that you had bonded with out of this physical vessel. Beings that had volunteered before you to come to this planet. And they got stuck. When their body was taken, when their vessel was sacrificed in an attempt to gain their soul, their spirit was entrapped here because of the darker inorganic grid system. Their soul essence was being used to feed the machine. And you volunteered to come down here to not only free the souls enslaved within the Matrix, where these souls still had a physical vehicle, but you volunteered to come down here and free your friends. Those without a vessel, but they couldn't get back to where they couldn't get back to the ascended plane. It's like you were God's Hail Mary before a complete reset on this planet, of this planet. You were, I won't even say you were, you are. Exactly, sent in reinforcements. And you are the celestial sleeper agent that was sent in as reinforcements to free those that had been entrapped. They're showing me the music video by Red, I believe it's called The Machine, where at first he is like asleep. He's moving like the rest of them, and there are certain people in charge, like studying them and training them to be like soldiers. And he breaks out of it because he has some type of recognition. He gained recognition with somebody that he saw, somebody that he loved before, and it woke him up. And then he started going up against the machine and waking others up, ripping out certain implants that were keeping them moving as enslaved soldiers. And that's what they're showing me right now, is that music video. I just heard Fight Against the Machine too. I believe that's also a song. And yes, I did see somebody put in the chat, one of you galactic golden gods or goddesses put in the chat, Tupac. These were individuals before their physical vessel was taken that were attempting to wake others up. Ascended beings. Tupac, XXXTentacion, Mac Miller. I even have something about Mac Miller posted on my Instagram. I have a lot of ascended beings on my Instagram. But there's one about Mac Miller specifically talking about where he says, fuck it and keep it moving. You can't stop the revolution. That's exactly what this is, and you are a lead to this revolution. You are like a divine terminator. But you had to go through what you went through to awaken and understand it in order to break it down and recode it. Because a lot of these programs were built on suffering and trauma, and keeping souls trapped in that suffering and trauma. So they would be unable to break through the inorganic firewall set in place to keep light workers from succeeding and reclaiming not only their soul, but everything that comes with it. Whew! Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, because this is a heavier message. This power you hold, it was meant to tear down corrupted power structures and the inorganic grid system, the matrix itself. And those who were organizers and keepers of the inorganic grid system. And it was, yes, Cassandra, it was written in the stars. But they thought that they had annihilated any individual with the potential to hold this power. This is why you went basically undercover. This is why you were so heavily underestimated and why you were so heavily targeted. Because they didn't realize they were feeding you exactly what you needed in order to break their system down. And it was set up this way. The divine sent you down here to install the programs necessary for soul elevation and ascension. But in turn, you needed to experience it, again, to understand it and break it down. Everything directed towards you was the blueprint of which this matrix was built on. And with you studying the blueprints of every energetic attack that you faced, you were able to recode it. And it's funny because wasn't Neo in the Matrix a hacker? A coder and a hacker? Because that's what I'm getting here. You hacked their system and recoded it. You're breaking more and more souls out of this. They're in remorse and regret. You're breaking more and more souls out of the simulation as we speak. You may have recently got this download that you are the pivotal PowerPoint. It's like you are the pivotal PowerPoint, or you are the pivotal power pillar. The pivotal power light pillar. What comes from you spreads. You're like a high vibrational celestial virus, but a virus that's overriding the system. A virus that was meant to, but this virus would have only been sprung with what it was given. So again, every attack you needed for your mission. And now you've got these groups and organizations, even these individuals being puppeteered in awe at not only how protected and coveted you are, but the power you hold to make the world shake. We got people in positions of power, like world power, getting hit with judgment. They're no longer, it's like, they're no longer allowed in the world that has been recoded. And their lower vibrational entity backing has been divinely detained. That's what I'm getting, is like they don't have the backing that they used to. They don't have the backing that made certain situations, certain positions possible for them. They're showing me towers falling one by one. And then new buildings being built off of the rubble. I also just heard rubble kings. False kings have fallen. Celebrities are starting to fumble. Bad. And it's not just them. I believe you said, some of you Galactic Golden Nuggies had told me that there was a mayor in New York City that was indicted. There was the chief of police that was detained, that was going through repercussions. Like, this is exactly, it's a worldwide sweep. But it's something about it starting with you. The revolution, look at this, the movement. You started a movement with this communication, which caused these groups and organizations to fall. It allowed ships that these individuals were harnessing with these soul enslavement programs to be released to the origin, the original soul essence and energy. This is freedom. This revolution has led to soul freedom. This is definitely a deeper message, y'all. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but you're seeing individuals in a perceived position of power under judgment. Because everything that they had built these positions off of, they're forfeiting, is being stripped from them. Exactly. This is a prophecy they tried to stomp out. They tried to stop. And they thought that they did. They thought that they had. Because you were not meant to exist. And exactly, perceived position. It was all an illusion. This position that was built off of the energy and the harvesting of others. The manipulation of this realm. The dark inorganic grid system had very corrupt individuals in power. The world has changed and it has shifted because of you. Which means lighter souls are stepping into power. Lighter souls are being put in a position to win. And it's like, you don't even have to leave the throne to do this. You are this pillar. You are this vortex of light. And again, everything that's been directed towards you is what was needed to break down the programs they were using to control. So if they were sending you voodoo, MK Ultra like mind control, energetic manipulation, directing high frequency weaponry at you, all of that you alchemized, you transmuted, you decoded, you reloaded, and you integrated into this realm. And now more and more souls are picking up on this, and they are breaking through these programs that were meant to keep them enslaved. You're unplugging people from the matrix. Well, you're giving them the choice to unplug with what they now feel and know. Because just like Morpheus says in the Matrix, they're starting to realize that they were trapped in a prison they could not see, smell, taste, or touch. But again, you cannot tell anyone what the Matrix is. They have to see it for themselves. And they are. They're seeing exactly what it is. But it's because they've been given I won't even say given the gift of sight. They've been given the gift of choice to see. They always had the sight. It was just intentionally blocked with illusions, programs, lower vibrational entity implants in order to track soul ascension. Just like, we're bringing up the Matrix again, but just like Agent Smith implants Neo with something to track him, to find out where he's going, to find out where Morpheus is, it's like each and every soul had been implanted with something that was meant to track their ascension and throw things into their experience that would keep them from further ascending, or to bring them back down from where they had ascended. So these reptilian archon implants were an indication of energy levels based on ascension. And if the masses were getting too close to having this breakthrough in their ascension, they would throw things to the masses, which is like talk of war. Like, oh, we might go to war. This might happen. Famine, viruses, all initiated programs in order to paid for programs. We got big magic here. Paid for programs to throw the masses back into a sleeper state because of the rise of chaos and fear, anger. Yep, keeping us in the same old loop. And more individuals, more and more of us were waking up to this and going, that's not right. Something's wrong here. You stopped feeling the fear that they needed you to feel. You stopped reacting. It's not even just fear. You stopped reacting to the programs that were feeding off your energy while keeping you in a lower timeline to keep you from ascending. We got big magic was paid for here. 2 10 of Swords. This is why these individuals fear you. Because 3 of Staves here, you are the future they feared. Ooh, let that sink in. You are the future they feared. You are the fortunate future they feared. You got Jezebelian spirits being exposed. You've got false prophets being exposed. You've got people in positions of perceived power being exposed, falling under judgment, losing a fortune. Ooh, and I just got an ad that said, now you see us. Or, yeah, now you see us, like now you see me. And I believe they are coming. You are the master magician. You are the master alchemist and energetic architect that they did not see coming, but they feared would arrive, that they feared would exist, even though they did everything in their power to exterminate you, to make sure that you would never hit this level. All of these attempts to Ten of Swords you, with whatever they were paying for, whatever programs they were placing in your path, however they were attempting to enslave your spirit, siphon your energy, understand your energy, your spiritual thumbprint, break down your divine blueprint. All of it failed. All of it for nothing. Because they sent you everything you needed to break down everything that put them in a position to have control and power. Their false power. Their power that they got from the inorganic grid system and dark entities that were at one time running amok on this planet. And they have been divinely detained. Which means individuals that were participating in these darker practices and thought that they were getting away with it at a time that they were. When the world was in darkness, they were. Darkness ruled. But the light has come back and reclaimed everything. So now these individuals are facing the consequences of their actions all at once. All at once. They cannot hide. There's too much light. They cannot run. They cannot escape. There's too many of us awake and there's too many of us here. Their fortune was wasted on something that was meant to put this planet back into a state of being forsaken, damned. A realm that they could control. We got King of Pentacles, I told you. King of Pentacles out here. These are wealthy individuals that are taking massive hits. These are individuals that thought that they had all the money and power in the world, that they could do whatever they wanted and there would be no repercussions. And then you came along. Then God woke you up at the right time and said, get ready, my child. There's a war ahead of us, a war I need you prepared for. And you stood ready. You went through the training necessary to understand your gifts and your purpose and your place here. You saw what you needed to see. Even more, you saw what you needed to see, and even more of what you didn't. And what I mean by that is, some of you have been astral traveling, and you've been placed in certain locations to where you were seeing what was occurring to the innocent, the youth, what these individuals, what their rituals pertained. And it disgusted you. Some of you have been fighting so hard in the ethers. You may see it as a dream, but it's not. Your spirit is fighting. Your spirit has been fighting for freedom. So you've seen what they've been doing to these beautiful innocent children. You've seen what they've been doing to individuals that have been abused into silence. You've seen what their demonic temples hold. You see what their, like I said, what their rituals entailed. And you were the one that energetically infiltrated to break all of it down, to protect and free the innocent, to where none of what they would do would ever work again. That the hurt and the pain and the suffering that they caused, that they enjoyed, would be their damnation. And that they would never be able to run from the consequences of their actions. And that they would never be able to put another soul through this again. This is what your soul vowed before coming down here, because of the pain and the torment that you saw on earth, and how your friends called out to you. Thank you. We got Power Kitty in the background talking. Your friends called out to you and said, we need your power down here. We need you. The souls that were trapped in the in-between because they could not ascend beyond the darker grid system, you vowed to come down here and not only save those that had incarnated and reincarnated, that still had a physical vessel. You vowed to save those whose soul was enslaved in the in-between, who could not move beyond the inorganic grid system and the suffering and the torment that laid in the in-between and remained on Earth. You came down here and you annihilated this. You've always held that sense of justice, fierce justice. Anytime you saw an injustice, anytime you saw somebody bullying somebody else, you stood up for them. You always felt that need for things to be corrected. You always felt that fierceness in your spirit to where you knew that things were going to be made right. You were going to make things right. You didn't know how, but you were. And it's because that was that sleeper celestial agent within you that they tried to stomp out, they tried to silence, they tried to erase. Because they knew what it would lead to, but they didn't know that this is what would come of it. They knew you'd be a problem. They knew that there'd be some issues with you existing, with you ascending. They never knew it would be like this. They never knew the world would completely change because of how you took on everything in the world. You took on and you took in everything in this world. You took on the trauma, the suffering, the pain, the anguish, everything excruciating. You went through it all. You experienced it all so you could break it all down and build it all back better. I'm talking to those of you that have gone through everything. And you at one point wondered, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why is this my life? You grew up in a very abusive situation. You grew up being bullied. You grew up being told that you were worthless, you would never be shit, you would never do shit, you would never have shit. You had adults bullying you as a child. You went through all types of abuse and assault. And you never thought that you would escape. And this is your wake-up call. This should be your realization. You went through all of that because that was everything in this world that you needed to experience to break it down and rebuild it back better. To be the antidote to every injustice, to every corrupted, implanted virus on this planet. And more light workers are waking up to how they've been thrown into and glamorized and illusioned by these programs, this initiated simulation that was meant to keep their soul stuck. They're realizing they no longer have to accept conditional love. They no longer have to accept and experience abuse. That when they speak up, their truth will be heard instead of silenced. Instead of individuals calling them crazy. That they will not only be heard, but they will be protected. And the injustices they face will be corrected. You did this. This is what your soul vowed to do, and you have done it. For so many individuals who are now being heard about what they face, the spiritual, the physical, the mental, the emotional abuse that they experience from karmic familial units, narcissistic exes, narcissistic karmic lower vibrational exes, corrupted corporations where the CEOs and the managers felt like they were better than everybody else, that they could abuse all those that worked below them. This whole world has changed. Even the vibration of money has changed. It is now being attracted to those with unconditionally loving spirits and souls. Its origin. Souls that have been fragmented have been put back together, have been called back to its origin and solidified in its vessel. You have freed those who were remaining trapped because they could not see. They were not being given the choice to see. Because to see is to know. And to know breaks down every illusion that's capitalizing off of falsities, off of manipulation. You gave the truth. Your truth is being heard. Your truth is being experienced. What you have spoken into this world has actualized. That is the timelines that have been pulled in. The timelines of higher vibrational, multidimensional energy. The timelines of truth. The way that true earth was supposed to be. The way that true power was meant to be dispersed. The way that true prosperity was meant to be given. You brought the truth here. You gave the world the truth. What true unconditional love looks like. What a true warrior looks and feels like and moves like and talks like. What a true leader is. And it's you. Each and every one of you. You've been given the truth and you have given the truth. And now everybody sees. Divinely protected. We also have a union out here. Two fated individuals meant to connect. This is also about the way that you are loved and the way that you are heard is protected. You are being protected on your purpose. More and more, I heard new spirit guides, more angels, more and more higher vibratory, higher frequency beings are now surrounding you. They've been let in, and they are guarding you. They are guarding what you are meant to experience here, because it's part of what others are meant to see, and it's the truth. You are not only meant to speak the truth and bring the truth here, but experience it for all to see, as you are a divine representative. So you having unconditional love, those that are looking to you for guidance, looking to you for inspiration are going to see you experience this and go, wow, unconditional love truly exists. You reaching this height, it's like you reaching the impossible. You being this first generational millionaire or billionaire, you gaining this stardom, this recognition is going to put other light workers in a position that are seeing it to go, if they can do it, I can do it too. You are going to inspire others to continue the path of enlightenment and the path of the straight and narrow to succeed, instead of being corrupted into other avenues that were meant to condemn and damn their soul, to enslave and bind their soul. You as the divine representative are going to show others the right way. You're a leader, a divine revolutionary leader, and you're going to show the world the right way. Ooh, this message goes hard. Looks like you're going to be doing this with a counterpart for some of you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But you're not meant to do this alone. That wanted to come out, it wanted to flip back in the deck. We got a celebration third party and a Prince of Staves here, which lets me know some of you, it has been fated, prophesized. Another thing that elites, organizations, societies, and networks, corrupted individuals in a position of power wanted to stop was your conception of a very divine golden child. Very powerful. It would have the gifts of its mother and its father. It would have your gifts and your counterpart's gifts. And both of you are very powerful individuals. So some of you were meant to have and conceive a child with someone you were meant to connect with. This was prophesized. This child is even more dangerous than you. To those that thought they had control of the situation. For those that thought they had control over this realm, it's like you and your kids are going to take over. That's what I'm feeling. You and your kids are going to take the fuck over. More than you already have. More than you're already running shit spiritually. I won't even say spiritually. This is happening physically as well, with the way the world is changing. And there's a third party here that tried to impede upon this prophecy. So some of you have a karmic third party that thought they were going to conceive this child before you. This could even be a family member of yours that felt like they were going to conceive this golden child before you by connecting with somebody they thought was your twin flame. They failed. That was a karmic individual. Now, if this is somebody that is truly with a high level kingdom spouse, this individual attempted to conceive a child, a golden child, with the karmic energy they were in. And it did not happen in the way that this individual anticipated it. Because this counterpart energy, this kingdom spouse, saw this third party for who they truly are. The mask fell off before some type of binding was able to take place. Whoever this third party is that was moving impulsively and recklessly has failed. You have assisted in the ascension of those that are meant to be in connection to you. And I don't feel like this child between this third party and this kingdom spouse was meant to come into this world. I know that sounds harsh. but this is not a divine child. So this third party may have miscarried, or the attempts to get pregnant or impregnate somebody else failed. This could even be your ex attempting to conceive with you, and it did not take place. Tell me more about this prince and this third party. This very special child. This child could be a Sagittarius, Aries, heavy on the Aries. Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. I heard ascended soul. So this child could meant to be born as an Aries or interesting. So this child, this very divine spirit's been here before. And who they were before, they were an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. But I'm feeling heavy on the Leo, heavy on the Aries. This spirit has been here before. This spirit is coming back through, but just not to this person. They cannot force this child to come through a certain dynamic, because this spirit has already chosen, this soul has already chosen who is going to conceive them. Temptation. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Temptation, which is this succubus, incubus, Jezebelian energy, fell right on the 3 of staves, which is like your future, your destiny. This little temptation, this Jezebelian individual wanted your prophecy. They wanted your destiny. This is why they were trying to conceive this child. Or impregnate somebody else. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We got sacrifice right behind there, and the son, this could be a son. You could be meant to have a baby boy, especially with this being the Prince of Staves. Heavy on the Leo energy. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I'm feeling like you were meant to have a son or twins. And I feel like these twins are going to be identical. You've already been channeled this. Your spirit team has already told this. In order to sacrifice sun and the moon, in order to sacrifice a divine dynamic, somebody attempted to steal your destiny. And they failed. They didn't know what your destiny entailed. It seems like this person is going crazy. This person can't handle walking in your shoes. It's driving them nuts. You could already have a very sacred, beautiful child where you have cleared karma, not only for yourself, but your children. So they'll never have to experience what you did. They'll never have to combat what you did. But somebody here is definitely having a hard time mentally because they can't handle walking in your shoes. And I feel like the reason this is being brought up is because this prophecy, this destiny, individuals were prying into your Akashic records. And they saw this. There are organizations, networks, and societies that saw, not only are you this celestial sleeper agent, ascended master undercover that has been revealed, but you were meant to be a portal for a very, very powerful being. Or multiple. Now, either this is a portal where these children are going to come through you or your partner, or you are this energetic portal allowing these spirits to come through into this realm, or both. And it looks like these organizations, networks, and societies are not only recognizing the portal that you already are and the potential this portal has, but they're seeing what happens to individuals that attempt to steal what you are and what you can do. So it looks like there are eyes on this third party, and they're watching the backfires hit this individual. It seems like these individuals have been monitoring the situation, and each and every agent of chaos they have sent or directed towards your life or initiated to attack you through certain subliminal programming and high frequency weapons directed their way so that they would see you as the problem have fallen. Each and every one of these issues has been solved. Each and every one of these individuals have been dropped. Win by any means necessary, and the world, it's over. They wanted to win back the world by any means necessary. The world the divine fully controls now. The light has taken over. There's too many of us, but again, they're watching these individuals, because this is just reiterating what I just said. Each and every individual that was programmed to win by any means necessary, coming up against you, they're watching them go through endings. Every single one of them are going through endings. They're watching every single one of them get dropped. They're watching every single one of them go through severe judgment. I just said judgment. They're watching the scales being balanced. And they're watching you receive justice. They're watching you receive equal give and take from the universe. They're watching individuals that paid to put you in a position to be sick and homeless, burdened with the fact that this came down on their own heads and stability. Everything they paid for, everything they've done to you, you've alchemized. The Most High protected you from. You integrated into this realm to assist other light workers from succumbing to the experience that they were meant to be bound to. Every single thing that was meant to destroy you, that was meant to that was meant to put you in a position to where you forfeit your destiny, failed. I almost said swap destinies with you. So any attempt to swap destinies with you has driven them mad. Anybody that tried to swap destinies with you is going crazy. They cannot take this amount of light. They cannot handle what you've been through spiritually and physically. That's what I'm getting. Individuals that wanted your destiny, Spirit said, if you can go through what my child has gone through and get a higher score than my child, then you can walk in this destiny. But they can't. Nobody can go through what you went through, and nobody can go through what you've gone through and get the score that you did. Pass with flying colors. See it in the way that you've seen it. Experience this wisdom in the way that you've gained it. You faced homelessness. You faced sickness. You've been poisoned. You've been gang stalked, attacked, day and night. You've had entities, legions of demons sent your way. Entities that you took control over. Everything was sent your way. Anybody that wants to walk in your shoes has to go through what you've gone through, and they can't handle it. These individuals are seeing spirits in their house. They're having nightmares. Nightmares that you fought in because you knew they weren't nightmares. They were demons sent your way to attach to you, to hurt you, to affect you, to corrupt you. And you fought and won against each and every one of them. So you got individuals out here losing their minds because they can't handle it. They can't handle seeing these shadows. They can't handle hearing these spirits. They can't handle your gifts. They can't handle your power. They can't handle what was sent at you to activate this power within you, to awaken the sleeper agent that you are. So you got a lot of individuals crashing out right now, facing the principalities and succumbing to it. You get what you ask for. Be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. We got wish fulfillment at the top of the deck and Seven of Pentacles, the harvest. They don't like the harvest that comes with your wish fulfillment and what they wanted, including these networks, organizations, and societies that came up against you, wanted to harness your soul essence to maintain a certain position, to build upon their power. And now they're faced with everything that you came up against, and they don't know how to handle it. It's hitting their finances. It's like, this isn't just judgment. This is your south node. This is the traumatic suffering you endured to awaken like this, to recode this realm. And some of these individuals, their worst nightmare is being broke and in poverty. And you've been there multiple times. Multiple times. You got billionaires afraid to go broke and bankrupt. You've been there multiple times. And you moved through it. You worked your ass off. Not only in the spirit, but in the physical. To provide for your babies. To feed yourself. To keep a roof over your head. And you may have complained a little bit. You may have, I won't even say you may. You may have complained a little bit. You prayed for things to get better, but you knew that this experience was necessary. You knew that you were learning something from this, that there was always a reason. These individuals' worst fear is poverty. These individuals' worst fear is being exposed. You face that with these smear campaigns and humiliation rituals and the defamation of your character. You faced everybody and their motherfucking mama hating you. You faced individuals airing you out thinking it was gonna embarrass you. Like, oh yeah, they're homeless. They don't have anything. Ha ha ha. You had individuals mocking you for your hardships. And now you've got these individuals being exposed for the dark, dirty deeds they did behind the scenes. That's their worst fear. You faced your worst fears. You faced others' worst fears to break them down. To again, recode this realm with what you now understood, being the antidote to the corrupted, lower vibrational infection. You're bringing wish fulfillment and heaven on earth here. You're getting a victory, and it looks like this karmic familial unit is going down. They worked really hard to have some type of wish fulfillment, to make you out to be crazy. They needed you to be crazy. They needed individuals, because they're being exposed. That makes so much sense. If this corrupted karmic familial unit that now wants to apologize, they're watching you. We'll get to that in a minute. If this karmic familial unit said that you were schizophrenic, you were crazy, you were volatile, you were dangerous, you were this, you were that, people have been watching you. These individuals that they were slandering your name to in an attempt to completely demolish any avenue to success, to put you in a position to forfeit your destiny, all these individuals have been watching you. And if all of this was true, you would have had a breakdown by now. You would have lost your mind by now. You would have been exactly what they said you were by now. Exactly. They're sorry now that they got caught and exposed. They were continuously doing things to you. I'm hearing reactive abuse to get some type of reaction they would be able to use against you. They were continually poking and prodding you. This is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual abuse. They were doing everything they possibly could to make you out to be the problem. And now, their dirty laundry's been aired out. You've been vindicated from past events, and that's why individuals that are watching you now want to apologize. This is not just a karmic familial unit. This is individuals that did not know the truth, but they do now. And this karmic familial unit now knows your power and the powers that protect you. You're getting a victory in all areas of your life, but it was written that way. Strength. You are a force to be reckoned with. Strength. Power. This could also be a Leo. Heavy on the Leo that wants to change things with you. It's too late to apologize. Fertility. Because of your fertility and the star. There are individuals from your past that need healing. There are individuals from your past that are sick. And they're looking at you as a master manifester, a very fertile, recognized, high vibrational soul. They're seeing you get recognition. They're seeing you heal. They're seeing you manifest. They're seeing you succeed. They're seeing everything playing out for you while everything is going wrong from them. And with these organizations, networks, and societies, they're also looking at these individuals that want to apologize and going, ooh, we fucked up. Because of what's happening to them, what's going on in this world, how many heavy hitters, how many people in positions of power are falling, we fucked up bad. We woke up the wrong individual with the way that we were targeting them. Because we gave them exactly what they needed to change this world. To pull in different coded timelines, we would not be able to combat or decode. They can't fight the spread of light. Could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. What did I just say about these individuals in a position of power that are falling? They're watching these changes around the world. With this new beginning, they're watching the world begin again. And it doesn't include them. Ooh, they're watching the world begin again, and it doesn't include them. They're not allowed into true earth. They're not allowed to win in true earth. They're not allowed to corrupt true earth. They can't manipulate it. They can't be a part of it. They can't hold power in it. And they're heartbroken. All of these individuals heartbroken. Because what the fuck did they even travel for? These individuals have spent a lot of money and a lot of time trying to figure you out, find a weakness, to stop these changes from taking place, and now they're irreversible. They can't stop the movement. Say fuck it and keep it moving. You can't stop the revolution. That was part of a Mac Miller song that he never released. Say fuck it and keep it moving. You can't stop the revolution. And they can't. This revolution was initiated through your awakening and understanding of the energies here, and you broke them down, again, recoded them and reloaded them. We started this off with 9 of Swords. It just came back out. Sleepless nights full of anxiety. Because everything they have done is not only backfiring, but gave you everything you needed to change and shift this realm. So that everything they were using would not have an effect. In remorse and regret, because they wanted to win by any means necessary. But again, protection. You are a protector of this realm, a mother and a father to this realm. You are protected from the 10 of Swords by the higher power, but you are also a powerhouse that is protecting this world from the installation of lower vibrational corrupted programs meant to enslave their spirit. They gave you everything you needed to protect this realm. They gave you everything you needed to activate this power. Ain't that about a bitch? Ooh, bottom of the deck is truth. And with this Prince of Cups, this is giving like white flag. Somebody wants to apologize. Somebody does. Groups, this could be a karmic familial unit. With the harvest they're receiving and the fact that they're being left out in the cold, they're sick and they're heartbroken. Y'all just saw me shuffle. There is a karmic familial unit that is going through absolute chaos. Financial burdens, sickness, this poverty, homelessness, sickness, and heartbreak. And these organizations, networks, and societies are seeing this. Anybody that came up against you, anybody that paid for something to happen to you, the scales will be balanced. You're receiving justice, well, they're getting hit with judgment. And this is the way it was meant to be. Could be a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius that's going through mental issues for trying to destiny swap with you. They're also watching you enjoy the fruits of your labor. Your cup overfloweth. Let me get some Queen of Cups in the upright and 8 of Cups in the reverse. They can't run from the backlash they're receiving. This is also like they can't get you to walk away from what's bringing fulfillment and evoking certain emotions in those that are engaging with you. With Queen of Cups, you're a nurturer. Somebody also wishes they would have never walked away from you. But that's besides the point. Somebody does want to communicate here about an ending that they're going through. Somebody from your past, because they're under judgment with 2 of Cups here. They know that you are loved. They know that you're about to be unconditionally loved. You're about to have a partnership. You got individuals that want to make amends while you're reaping your harvest. And they can't. They're not allowed. This is a part of True Earth. This is a part of True Earth. You get to experience True Earth. They don't. They're locked out of heaven. Every last one of them. Some of you may have organizations, networks, and societies that want to make some type of amends with you. That want to work with you now. You'll be able to feel it out. 10 of Swords. Betrayal. In remorse and regret over this betrayal. Y'all just saw me shuffle. In remorse and regret over this betrayal, not sleeping. 9 to the 10. Everything they're going through just amplified. It just got worse. It's getting worse by the day. This is why the world. There's communication about endings all over the world while you're receiving massive. It's like you're receiving what comes with this mission. 10 of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles, you're receiving, it's like divine restitution for your service. This is like a purple heart. That's what I specifically just heard, is a purple heart. For the service that you have been to this world. This is a lot you're being given. Because there's a lot that you took on. There's a lot that you have done for this realm, for this world. And I know last video I may have said Libra season, I meant Gemini season. But if I said Libra season, it's just because I'm getting the feeling of justice. This is justice playing out in Gemini season. That I'm getting that feeling again for the work that you have put in. And the corrupted power structures you've broken down and the service you have been to the Most High. The work you put in for the Most High. To go up against these old, outdated, corrupted power structures and powers at play here. Perceived powers at play. Somebody is sick, though. I did see the Four of Swords. Let me see. Let me get some astrology real quick. I just heard the biggest breakdown yet could be a Libra. Venus is Libran energy, love. Or somebody is having a breakdown over a Libra, or they're having a breakdown over the fact that your justice is the fact that you're receiving what they attempted to keep you from while they're losing it. Sacrifice, they tried to sacrifice love. Carry on my wayward son. There'll be peace when you are done. Carry on my wayward son. Carry on my wayward son. There will be peace when you are done. I feel like you're done. I feel like whatever this is done. And you're receiving. There will be peace when you are done. I just got goosebumps channeling that. That song may hit hard for you. That song may resonate with you heavy. Interesting. Okay. I don't know, I got goosebumps when channeling that. Don't you cry no more. Yes! That's the next lyric. Don't you cry no more. Yes! Don't you cry no more. You get peace. You get love. I think that's a beautiful ending to this message. Because individuals that tried to sacrifice your love life couldn't. This is a part of your peace. Like, you brought unconditional love to this planet. You brought divine programs of unconditional love. And you are meant to receive this. It's from the band Kansas. We're not in Kansas anymore. I'm sorry, I had to say it like that. That's just what I got channeled, is we're not in Kansas anymore. So the Wizard of Oz may be relevant as well. I know that the band is Kansas. But they specifically channeled me. We're not in Kansas anymore. So Kansas may be relevant. Something may be going down in Kansas. You could live in Kansas. Wizard of Oz, follow the yellow brick road. You've got the Tin Man who got... Okay, I see where they're going. You got the Tin Man who got a heart. You got the lion that got courage. You got the scarecrow that got a brain. Wisdom, unconditional love, and bravery. And then you've got Dorothy. All she wanted to do was go home. You brought home here. And then with the little green man behind the curtain, that's like organizations, networks, and societies. The little green man that thought that he ran shit and was so scary, but was putting on a facade, really did not have that power. And you pulled back the curtain. Through the experience, you found your courage. Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps. Wizard of Oz, through the experience, you found your courage. You gained wisdom. You had to be brave. You realized how powerful and how strong you are. And through this journey and through what you've gained, what you now understood, you came up against the little green man who was meant to be able to give all, to grant wishes. But in reality, it was just an illusion. He was just an illusion. His power was just an illusion. You're the one that held the true power all along with what you gained along the journey. There'll be peace when you are done. Don't you cry no more. That's beautiful. So, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But you have done a phenomenal job on this planet. Return. There's been a return on this sacrifice. You see how both these cards are green? This sacrifice has been returned. Don't you cry no more. You get love. You get what you brought to this planet. All that wisdom, that strength, that heart, that unconditional love. You get that in return of your service here. I believe. You made them believers. They believe in God now. And it's because they've seen what you can do. And what the divine, what the Most High has put you in a position to do. What you are capable of. I just got somebody with the name Delight. like the light, delight, just commented on my Instagram. I mean, on my TikTok. So it's like delight, like the light, but also delight, like delightful. So the light has brought in delight. The light has brought in delight. The light has brought in delight. Glinda says that? You had the power all along, Glinda. Well, if that's not a confirmation, then I don't know what is. If Glinda says that, you had the power all along. Correct. You did. You just had to wake up to it. You had the power all along. Grand Trine blessings. I heard blessed beyond belief for your service here. North Node Life's purpose. I can't make this shit up. You get good shit. Sorry, let me not say shit. You get good stuff. You get nothing but the best. Because you've been nothing but the best. And I love how it's more on this side. Like, it's like, Spirit is like, we've addressed this sacrifice. We've addressed what these individuals were participating in and what they're now stuck in with this return. This is such a beautiful spread. You deserve beautiful things. For everything you have been and more to this world. And the way that this world needed you. The way God needed you. And I heard outstanding. A round of applause for each and every galactic golden 144 chosen child in this motherfucker. On the front lines. That have done such beautiful work to bring in the true world. I'm proud of us. We got Gemini. I think something's popping off of Gemini season. I think. Give me one on I think. Source, what do we need to know about Gemini season? Second house owning, baby. You about to really have a windfall. With second house owning, this is like your finances. This could be a trust fund, a home you're about to own. With the ownership that it's like you've been given the title of Earth. Like, if Earth had a deed, you'd be signing it. You would have signed it. It's like that's how much power that the Most High is giving you over the direction of this realm. And how trusted you are with the trajectory of how this world advances. And all that comes with it. I was just talking about you deserve everything and more because you've been everything and more to this planet. So you are about to, this could be owning estates. You really are about to be given the world. That's what I'm feeling. Like with the reinvention you've done to this realm, you've been given ownership over it. Use your gifts wisely, like this power wisely. Wield it wisely. Because this is you owning the reinvention. Like, God is like giving you the reins to like bring things here. And that's going to mean something different for each and every one of you. But you know what this is. You know what you've already been bringing into this realm. And it's like the co-signing of that God has given you. God has co-signed on your ownership. You're also about to own something. You're about to have what's due to you. What you're supposed to own. And this is happening, yeah, change. This is happening in Gemini season. Your life is about to change. There's a massive change taking place in Gemini season. And it's got to do with the cosign of God over what you're capable of doing in this realm and what you are meant to own at this time. What you're meant to have. We got Aries, I am a divine revolutionary leader. I am the revolution. Look at that. I am solar eclipse revolution. You're eclipsing shit. You're being given the gift to eclipse out what is necessary. And you're eclipsing shit off this planet, out of this planet. You are. I am. Aries, I am the revolution. Oh, that's powerful. That gave me goosebumps. I am the revolution, motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna help souls escape and receive what they've been missing. I am the revolution, and I'm going to help souls receive. I'm going to help souls escape and receive what they've been missing. 12th house escape, void of the course moon missing. I love this. Uranus, you're a genius, divine intervention. Highly advanced intellectually, this is also with divine intervention at play. The divine's helping you move some shit. What you want acknowledged, what you want looked at, what you need broken down within this realm, the divine's moving on. They trust your judgment. So within Gemini season, you're being given more rain, is what I'm feeling. More rain because your judgment is trusted. And again, I'm also feeling as though you're receiving something material. I see, yeah, something you can see. You're going to see transformation on this planet, Pluto transformation, endings, towers being initiated, judgments being made. But you're also going to, I'm feeling like you're going to see something in the physical because of these endings. Third house messages. You're going to receive a message about something in the physical. Sixth house routine. That's going to change your routine. How you go about your day. How you experience life. Your entire routine is going to change with this message. Virgo, I analyze. And Libra, I balance and truth. Whatever's being given to you it's like you've been analyzed to see if you are ready to receive this. And the truth being revealed has balanced a situation. So this could be pertaining to the judicial system with Libra out here. But there's been a truth revealed about how balanced you are and how the scales need to be balanced with how you've been analyzed. So a situation is being balanced in Gemini season. Because of the truth. You are the truth. You wield the truth. It's pertaining to your stability. Could be a property. Could be a home. But pertaining to your stability, you're receiving by force. You're receiving something by force in order to correct a past injustice and bring you justice. You've been analyzed. You've been monitored. You've been watched. You're stable. You're mentally stable. You're balanced. You're highly intellectual. You're highly intuitive. You are advanced. You are a truth speaker. You are a beacon of light in this realm, and you are an inspiration. So a truth has been revealed in Gemini season, or is about to be, that's going to lead to some stability. We got desire out here, and Aquarius energy, I know, and Sun Spirit. You know what's interesting? Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But for some of you, it's not just something that has the truth being revealed pertaining to something you were meant to receive that's going to add to your stability. For some of you, you also have well-known energies. Aquarius is the star in the tarot deck. Well-known energies that you have enlightened. With desire, I know desire, Sun Spirit, you've got well-known individuals that are desiring you. Desiring on connecting to you. That's interesting. You've inspired. They see spirit in you. Your mind. And destiny. I have. You have the truth. You have hidden knowledge. You've got individuals believing in destined and fated events. Because you have had individuals in a position of recognition, watching your faith heal situations. So it's like they've watched you reclaim your destiny with I have your mind and your destiny. It's like they've watched individuals come up against you and try to gain access to your mind. That's why they said it that way. Like somebody really thought they were going to have your mind and your destiny. And they're watching these individuals that combated you, these organizations, networks, and societies that have a lot of these well-known individuals in a position of fear because of the perceived power they hold. They're now seeing you break through any type of instigated attack that was meant to put you in a position to forfeit your destiny and give them control over your mind. But you broke down their mind and their power structures instead. So you got well-known individuals that know who was targeting you. They know that you had some hefty opposition. They know individuals were working in groups, practitioners, industry witches, CIA, the Illuminati, 33-degree rogue Freemasons. Whoever it was, well-known individuals feared these people. And they kept trying to target you in order to make an example out of you and claim your destiny, so they'd be able to put, I just saw return, so they'd be able to put others back in line. And they'd be able to use your destiny in order, use the power that comes with your destiny. Could also be, yeah, the gov. Expecting to use the power that comes from your destiny in order to advance and maintain control over individuals and over this realm. And they all failed. This is why you got people like gobsmacked right now. I also just heard Godspeed. This is why you got people gobsmacked right now. Because the power that you hold is unknown. They've tried everything. They've done everything. They've directed you everything. They have sent everyone. They're still in this moment trying to strategize something that they think will break down your protection, or separate you from the Most High, or separate you from your destiny, your soul, and your power. They're in panic mode right now because of how the world has changed, and it's not in their favor. The game that was rigged in their favor has fallen. And it's like they'll never truly know who you are, but they know who sent you. Ain't that terrifying? Individuals that never believed in a God before now know that there's a God that exists because of you. And a very unhappy God at that, with the consequences they're facing, with what they are now experiencing, and what they've been bound to. This world had been dark for centuries, but the light has reclaimed everything, has reclaimed everyone that was meant to be reclaimed by the divine. This is the true world. This is the split that's been initiated, the light that's been integrated, and the war that we've been facing. Something has ended, though, pertaining to who has been targeting you. There are groups that have fallen and other groups that are paralyzed, trying to regroup and meet. Regroup and meet. It's like they're discussing what they're going to do with you, or how they're going to deal with you, how they might be able to deal with you. They're trying to figure it out right now. I almost said last night. They're trying to figure it out right now. I almost said last night again. There was a group meeting last night because they're petrified. They're paralyzed. They don't know what's to come, but they know it's not going to be good. Well, every door that you've opened for sacred souls is pouring in all that sacred souls are deserving of. And this includes you. You've been delivered, and you are going through a complete revival of that of which you thought you had surrendered and lost through your experience. But it's not coming in the way that you think. It's coming better. Better than what you anticipated or expected. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to leave that right there because this was a heavier reading. This was full of a lot. I need to ground after this before I head to TikTok. But if I won't be seeing you over on TikTok in like 30 minutes, I will see you guys again over here tomorrow. But until then, remain peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, and remain respectful unless disrespected. Then check with the Most High and check your motherfucking self before you check a motherfucker with grace. And like Jase would say, XXXTentacion, if anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car. Vroom vroom. With your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy obviously does it for us. And last, but most definitely not least, drink your motherfucking water. And remain grounded. Stay balanced. And remember who the f you are. A celestial divine sleeper agent that's not only awake, you're waking others up too. And you're continuing the revolutionary movement to reclaim what is ours. Blessings to you. you beautiful divine souls. Remember the power you hold while you are here and how you're meant to wield it. I love you guys. And until next time, bye.